Okay, so good day everyone. So for today, our discussion will be all about Module 2, okay, which is all about density, specific gravity, and specific volume. Okay, so based on our syllabus, okay, so this will be our lecture for the day. Okay, so for today class, our objectives is simply to define density, specific gravity, and specific volume, and then determine each through appropriate calculations. So I'll be teaching you guys how we are going to compute for density, specific gravity, and specific volume. Pero I'm guessing class, this is something that you are already familiar with. Okay, so but at least this will be a recap of what you have learned. And then class will apply the following computations in the pharmacy setting. Okay, paano ba ito na-apply sa pharmacy? Right, the next, calculate specific gravity from data derived from the use of a pycnometer, okay, or other devices. And then lastly will be to apply specific gravity correctly in converting weight to volume and volume to weight conversions. Right, and with that out of the way, let's begin with our first topic for the day. Density. Density. So class, density is simply the ratio between the mass of a substance over its volume, or the volume that it occupies. So basically class, ang unit lang naman kasi ng ating density is simply gram per ml. Okay, this is of course the most prominently used unit. Okay? Ayun na naman yung ano ito. Anyway, so ito yung pinaka-prominent na ginagamit nating unit. So that's gram per ml. Now, I'm not sure if you use this kind of ano, parang yung triangle. Familiar ba kayo sa ganito? Yung density equals mass over volume?
Yes.
Alright, familiar na.
Yes po.
Okay, so or kaya mass is equal to density times volume. And then if you want to get volume, you simply divide mass over density. So as simple as that. Now class, ano bang application ng density natin? Density class is very important kasi if you want to know if two fluids, say for example, two liquids, if you combine them class, kung sino ang lulutang at sino yung babagsak. Okay, most often than not class, sino yung madalas na lumulutang? Less dense or more dense? Okay, halimbawa, naghalo ako. Ito, dalawang fluid. Right? Dalawang fluid yan. Yung isa lumutang. Yung isa nasa ilalim. Yung lumutang na to, ito, is it less dense? Ano, pangit naman oo. Is it less dense or more dense? Yung lumulutang?
Less. Less.
Alright, very good class. Okay, pag lumutang yan, ibig sabihin, ang density niyan is mas mababa. Okay? Kumpara sa nandun sa ilalim. Kaya nga, normally kasi, nakita na ba kayo ng mga layered shots? Okay? Yung mga ano, yung shoot, yung nasa shot glass. Mas makita mo, naka-layer yan. Nagle-layering ng mga shots. Okay, normally class, the higher the alcohol content of your liquor, the mas less dense kasi yon. So nangyari class, lumulutang yung pinakamataas ang tawag ito, ang concentration ng alcohol. Yung nasa pinakailalim class, yung pinakamababa ang concentration ng alcohol. Okay, kaya tingnan yung mga ginagawa ng mga bartenders, di ba? Nag-layers na ng mga shots. Okay? With the idea class na the more dense a substance is, mas magse-settle yon. So yun ang kailangan na lang unahing ilagay sa ilalim ng shot glass. Okay, then sa kanila kaya nakakabuo ng layer. Right? So yun isa sa mga applications kasi ng density. Okay, so let's continue ulit. So sabi ko nga class, density is just simply equal to mass over volume. So our mass here class is 203 grams. Over 250 ml. Okay? So 203 by 250. Simply get 0.812 what? Grams per ml. Okay? So 0. Ano ba to? 0.812 grams per ml. So are we good? Okay. So class, one thing you have to remember, ano lang ang unit ng density? Well, actually marami itong pwedeng unit, pero ano yung standard unit? It should always be in grams per ml. So are we clear? Okay, standard to Ito yung standard. Although we can use kilogram per liter, wala namang problema doon. But the standard, pag hindi ko tinanong, okay, kung ano units, automatic yung class, it should always be in grams per ml. Okay? But what about this one? A piece of copper metal weighs 53.6 grams and has a volume of 6 ml. Okay, calculate the density. So again, it's simple as, sorry ako muna magkukompute Right, para hindi tayo mabusan ng oras. 53.6 grams divided by 6 ml, and that would give you 6 ml. You get 8.93 gram per ml. So are we good? Okay. Sorry class ha. Ngayon lang to nangyari because I believe sa format ng PowerPoint na ginamit ko. Anyway, isin na lang natin to next time. Next one, specific gravity. Okay? I think familiar din kayo kung paano mag-compute ng specific gravity, right? Okay, it's just usually class density of your substance divided by density of water. Okay? Pwede naman na yun. Although some of you might be more familiar with this kind of formula. Weight of the substance divided by weight of equal volume of water. Okay? Pero personally, class, I prefer to use this formula. Okay? Yung density of substance divided by the density of the water. Okay? Bakit mas prefer ko ito? Kasi class, once nakuha mo na yung density ng substance mo, technically, yun na rin ang kanyang specific gravity. Paano ko nasabi yun? Sir, paano nyo naman sabi kung nakuha mo na yung density ng substance mo, eh yun na rin yung kanyang specific gravity. Kasi class, ano ba ang density ng water? Right? At standard conditions, it's always 1. So whatever is the density of your substance, yun na rin ang specific gravity ng iyong substance. Tanggalan mo lang ng units. Kasi ang specific gravity class has no units. It has, ito nga nakasuot dito, it has no dimension. Meaning you don't need to put units. Pag ang binigay sa inyo class, walang units, matic yun, it's specific gravity. So are we good? Are we clear? Okay ba tayo? So class, you can use this formula, wala namang problema kung ito yung nakasanayan ninyo. Okay, this formula, weight of substance over weight of equal volume of water. Okay? Kasi technically class, kung ano yung volume ng substance mo, kumbaga yun din ang gagamitin mo dito ng weight ng water. Kasi 1:1 lang naman ang weight at saka volume ng water. So, equal, kumbaga. At as long as it's at 4 degrees Celsius. Pero again, class, personally, okay, this is just my preference. You can have your preference. Okay, I still prefer to use this kind of formula. Okay, density muna ng substance ko. As whatever mo compute kong density, yun na yung specific gravity niya. Tanggalan ko lang ng units. Okay? Now, please take note, class, for most liquids and solids, the reference, yung standard natin, okay, yung standard gagamitin natin dito would always be water. Okay, but if my substance is a gaseous substance, normally, class, I'll be using the density of hydrogen naman. Right? Pero don't worry, hindi natin pag-usapan ngayon yung gases. Kasi most of the time, class, in pharmacy, what we often use would always be, especially pag nagko-compound tayo, liquids and solids. Inox? Okay. Now, please take note, class, a substance that have a specific gravity that is less than 1 tends to be lighter than water. Okay, para sa density natin kanina, remember? Okay? So, kung sino yung mas lighter ang density, mas lumulutang yon. Okay? Pero kasi pag yan, ang specific gravity mo is less than 1, say for example, 0.1 ang specific gravity mo, obviously, class, lulutang yung lulutang yung substance na yon. Okay? It could be a substance, a solid substance, or a liquid substance. Okay? Alright, so if the substance have a specific gravity of greater than 1, then you can expect it to be heavier than water. Now, expect nyo na lang, class. Okay, pag nagpa-quiz ako, usually ito lang naman tanong ko, will it float or will it sink in water? Kapag compute specific gravity, then follow-up question is, which one will be on top? Okay, which one will float? Which liquid will float? Is it liquid A or liquid B? Okay, yun lang naman yun. So, palatanda lang naman dyan, pag less than 1, float. Pag greater than 1, sink. Right? And class, standard temperatures, kapag tayo ay nagme-measure ng mga ito, okay, we always keep it at room temperature. Are we clear? Which is 25 degrees Celsius. Ang 25 degrees Celsius, class, alam, nabanggit ko na ba sa inyo kung paano ko ito ma-achieve? How can I achieve a room temperature of 25? 25 class is achieved kapag ang iyong room is air conditioned. Air conditioned. Air. Okay, sige na, alis ngayon, alam ko nang gagawin ko. Okay, pag air-conditioned class yung kwarto nyo, most of the time, na-maintain yung 25 degrees Celsius na yan. Okay, kaya tingnan nyo class, pag gagawa kayo ng laboratory works, okay, pag gagawin kayo sa mga, may experiments kayo sa laboratory, Most often than not, class, dapat ginagawa yon under air-conditioned room. In an air-conditioned room. Okay, para ma-maintain yung room temperature of 25 degrees Celsius. Tapos syempre, may thermometer sa loob ng room dapat yan para nakikita kung anong relative humidity, ano yung room temp, and so on and so forth. Kung may alcohol naman, class, okay, kung may alcohol sa mga ginagamit ninyo, okay, and if you want to measure specific gravity, the room temperature, class, must be less than 25. It should be at least 15.56 degrees Celsius. Now, why? Sir, bakit kailangan mas malamig pag gumagamit tayo ng alcohol? Mga alcoholic substances. Nakakuha tayo ng mga specific gravity ng mga alcohol. Bakit kailangan malamig yung kwarto ko? Okay? For one main reason, class. Kailangan malamig ang alcohol because alcohol, class, can easily volatilize. Ay, ano kung maayos to? Okay? It can easily volatilize. Alright? Ano ibig sabihin pag sinabi kong volatilize? Ibig sabihin, mabilis siya mag-convert from liquid to gaseous states. Okay? Alam niyo ba, class, na mabilis lang kumulo ang alcohol? Okay? Ang boiling point, well, depende kung anong alcohol yan, pero class, it is usually less than 100 degrees Celsius. Ibig sabihin, konting init lang, ang alcohol ko pwede na mag-evaporate agad. So, are we clear? So, therefore, class, I don't want my alcohol to volatilize agad-agad, kaya I try to maintain my temperature at minimum. Kailangan malamig yung kwarto ko. Eh, para yung alcohol ko hindi agad-agad maging mag-volatilize. So, are we good? Okay. Now, just a difference, class, between density and specific gravity. Density is a concrete number, while specific gravity is just an abstract number. And another thing, class, density varies with the units of measured use. Okay, nagva-vary yung kanyang ang value niya depende sa units na gagamitin mo. While on the other hand, for specific gravity, it's a constant value. Why? Because I'll be using lang naman the density of your substance divided by the density of water. And take note, class, specific gravity has no units. Okay, it has no units. Alright? Okay, so again, ito ay no units. Ito may units, either gram per ml, eh pwede rin naman kilogram per liter, or di kaya gram per cubic centimeter. Okay, and so on and so forth. Maraming units ang density eh. Pero again, standard class is gram per ml. I want to emphasize that. Okay. Now, let's talk about calculating the specific gravity of liquids. Known ang weight and volume. Okay, so sabi ko nga sa inyo, either of the two can be used, either of the two formulas. So, again, I prefer to use this one. Right? If you want to use this one, walang problema. Okay? So let's have an example here, class. If 54.96 ml of an oil weighs 52.7 grams, what is the specific gravity of the oil? Right, so density is equal to mass over volume. So sabi natin, 52.78 grams divided by the volume, which is 54.96 ml. Okay? And the density would be 52.78 divided by 54.96. We get an answer, class, of 0.96 gram per ml. Okay, 0.96 gram per ml. So obviously, class, sabi nga natin, specific gravity is equal to density of your substance over density of water. So 0.96 gram per ml divided by 1 gram per ml. Kasi constant naman lang natin, di ba? Ang density ng water natin. So, cancel. Obviously, 0.96. As is. As is yan. Okay? Now, class, sige. Baka sabihin nyo, sir, paano natin gagamitin yung formula na to? Yung formula na to. So, nasa ilalim siya. Okay, paano naman natin, class, gamitin? Walang problema. Okay, sabi doon is specific gravity equal to weight of substance over weight of equal volume of water. Right? So here, class, in this problem, the weight of the substance is 52.78 grams. Correct? Yan yung weight ni yan yung weight ng substance natin. So, class, what will be the weight of water that's equal to the volume of the substance? So, ano ang volume class ng substance ko? Ay, it's okay. Like na, may music. No problem okay lang yan. So, ang volume class ng substance ko is, diba, 54.96 ml. Tama? So therefore, class, ang gagamitin ko rin na denominator dito should be the weight of water that is equal to the volume of the substance. So therefore, class, ang volume ng substance ko is 54.96 ml. So therefore, class, the weight of water that is equal to this volume is equivalent to what? E de yan that will be equal to 54.96 grams. Correct? Kasi class, 54.96 ml of water is equal to 54.96 grams of water. Correct? 1:1 lang naman yun eh. Okay, provided class that the temperature is at 4 degrees Celsius. Pero kahit greater than that or less than that class, konti lang naman ang difference. 1 pa rin naman yung lalabas most of the time. Okay? So therefore, class, ang gagamitin ko dong weight of equal volume of water would be 54.96 grams. So therefore, cancel. Technically, parang nag-compute lang din ako ng density, right? I just computed for density. Right, so lalabas yan, of course, would be 0.96. Just the same. So are we good? Nagets ba? Maliwanag naman? Okay.
Yes.
Alright. So tandaan nyo lang, class, pag sinabi itong weight of equal volume of water, okay, titingnan mo lang ano yung volume ng substance na gusto mong i-measure. Right? Tapos convert mo lang yan into grams, into weight, or into mass of water. Eh sabi ko nga sa inyo, 1:1 lang naman ang volume at saka mass ng water. 1 ml, okay, 1 ml of water is equivalent to 1 gram of water as well. Are we clear? All right. So yun siya. Okay, so balik tayo dito. So what about this one? Hindi pa dapat ako nag-ano. 1 pint of a certain liquid weighs 601 grams. What is the specific gravity of the liquid? Okay, so of course, kasi gagamitin ko na dito yung shortcut natin, diretso density, tapos yun na yun, specific gravity. So 1 pint class is equivalent to how many ml?
473 ml.
Good. Okay, So 1 pint is equivalent to 473 ml. Kasi class naka-pint tayo dito, so sabi ko sa inyo, ang standard kasi natin for density would be gram per ml. Okay, para mabilis na yung computations natin. Okay, so therefore class, ang volume natin will be 473 ml. So yung volume, mass would be equal to 601 grams. Ito yung given. Okay, so required is specific gravity. So solution natin, okay, sabi ko sa inyo, density lang yan, mass over volume, 601 grams divided by 473 ml. 601 by 473, you get 1.27. 27 gram per ml. So specific gravity ko is equal to 1.27 gram per ml divided by 1 gram per ml. Actually, kahit di ko na isulat to eh. Pero syempre, i-require ko pa rin kayo magsulat. Okay, pag nagpa-solution tayo, okay? Pero technically, kahit hindi mo na isulat, pero again, i-require ko kayo just so you know. Okay, so that's still 1.27 ang specific gravity natin. Okay, docs? Very good. Okay, so yun siya. Now, next one, class, let's talk about how we compute specific gravity using a pycnometer. Okay, a pycnometer, class, a device. Right. So basically, class, a pycnometer is a special glass bottle used to determine specific gravity. So ginagamit to compute for specific gravity. It usually comes in either 1 ml bottles, mayroon din naman 5 ml, 10 ml, up to 50 ml. So kung bakas ang maximum capacity ng isang pycnometer is 50 ml. May 25 ml din to. Ito yung itsura niya, class. It looks like this bottle. Okay? Fitted with a glass stoppers with a capillary opening and a thermometer is often affixed to it. So it looks something like this. Yan, may capillary ka dito just for air bubbles, for air to enter. Okay? Or di kaya kung ayaw mong volatilize ang iyong liquid, kailangan mong takpan yung capillary tube na to. Pwede siya mag-volatilize. So, halimbawa, class 50 ml to. Okay? So, normally, class, when you use a pycnometer, get first the weight of the empty pycnometer. Okay? Kasi dito mo i-measure yung weight ng inyong substance. Kasi, class, since constant naman ang volume nito, pupunuin mo lang naman yan eh. So, normally, class, halimbawa, this one contains, this is a 50 ml pycnometer. Kunwari lang ha, 50 ml. Tapos sabihin na lang natin, class, kunwari lang din, this is 50 grams. Okay? Yung buong pycnometer. 50 grams siya. So, class, it's important na alam mo muna yung weight ng pycnometer. Kasi once na nilagyan ko yan ng 50 ml ng certain liquid, okay? Nilagyan ko yan ng tubig halimbawa, or ng, wag naman tubig. Nilagyan ko nga rin ng oil. Alright? So, pag pinuno ko to, class, ng oil, anong mangyayari sa timbang ng pycnometer ko? Gagaan, bibigat?
Bibigat.
Okay, very good. Definitely, class B, bigat ito. So, halimbawa, originally, an empty pycnometer, empty. If it's empty, 50 grams siya. Nung pycnometer na, pycnometer, plus oil, gusto ko malaman yung specific gravity ng oil ko eh. Ang naging weight niya na, class, is, kunwari, 80 grams. 80 grams. So, obviously, class, ano ang weight ng oil ko? What's the weight?
30.
30.
Is it 30 or 40?
40.
It's
30.
it's 30. How did I get 30, class? Okay, weight of oil is simply, paano ko siya kinuha? So, syempre, weight of empty, tawag dito. Sorry. Weight nung pycnometer plus oil. Okay? Tapos, minus natin syempre yung weight of pycnometer na empty. Okay? So, obviously, that is 80 grams minus 50 grams. You get 30 grams. Okay? Yan yung weight ng aking oil. Question, ano ang volume ng oil ko? What's the weight? What's the volume? Again, class, pag gagamit ka ng pycnometer, kailangan mo punuin to. So whatever is the maximum volume capacity ng pycnometer mo, pupunuin mo yan. If you want to get the specific gravity of your substance. Alright? And what's the volume of this, ano? So to be the volume of the oil. Okay, ang tanong ko lang naman dyan, ilan ba ang volume na capacity ng pycnometer na to?
50.
Very good. 50 ml siya. So obviously, class, ang volume ng oil ko would be 50 ml. Nagets ba, class, kung paano kuha? Okay. Kasi ulitin ko ha, pag gagamit tayo ng pycnometer, pupunuin mo yung volume niyan. Okay? Kaya nga, may identified tayo ng mga pycnometers. May 1 ml, 25 ml, 50 ml, may 10 ml. Okay? So sinabi ko, example ko dito kanina, it's a 50 ml pycnometer. So ang paggamit yan, class, ulitin ko lang ha, pupunuin mo yung pycnometer na to. Okay? May marker yan, class, ha, kung hanggang saan mo siya ipupunuin. Usually may marker yan. Hindi lang makita dito, pero may marker yan. Okay? Up to what point mo siya pupunuin. Right? So, ibig sabihin, pag pinuno mo siya at that point, ilan na yung total volume nun? Kung 50 ml yun, 50 ml na siya. Are we clear? Are we good? Now, class, bakit kaya merong thermometer dito? Again, anong gusto nating i-maintain? Temperature. Okay, very good. Ayaw natin magbago yung temperature, kaya kailangan may thermometer talaga dito. Okay? Usually, mini-maintain natin at room temperature, 25 degrees Celsius. Okay? Pero kung alcohol, nasa 15 point something degrees Celsius yun. Are we good? Are we good? Okay.
Sir,
Yes, question. Yes, Miss Fatma?
paano po ulit nakuha yung volume of oil?
Paano nakuha yung volume ng oil? Okay, class, ulitin ko ha. Ang ating pycnometer, like this one, anong total volume na capacity niya?
50
ml. Pag gagamit ka, class, ng pycnometer, pupunuin mo lagi yan. Okay, to its maximum capacity. Are we good? Kaya automatic, 50 ml yung volume ng oil ko. So are we good? Gets? Okay tayo?
Opo. Thank you,
Alright.
sir.
No problem. At least, na-clarify ka. Kesa namang hula tayo habang nagko-computation na tayo. Alright, so that's how we use class A, what do you call this? A pycnometer. Very good. Okay. So yun lang naman siya. So class, again, first weigh the empty pycnometer, then weigh again when filled to a capacity with water or whatever your your fluid is, anong gusto mong i-determine na specific gravity. And then the weight of water is calculated by the difference. Okay? Or the weight of your substance is calculated using the difference of the weight of the pycnometer plus your substance minus the weight of the empty pycnometer lang. Okay, so let's have an example here. So a 50 ml pycnometer is found to weigh 120 grams when empty, 171 grams when filled with water, and 160 grams when filled with an unknown liquid. Okay, calculate the specific gravity of the unknown liquid. So, subukan natin kung kaya magsulat dito ngayon. Okay, so here class, we are given the weight of both water and another substance. So ibig sabihin, we can compute separately yung density ni water at saka nung substance na to. So sulat natin given natin. Okay, weight of wag na nga dito. Ayan na naman yung mga Dito na ako. Okay. Okay, so given ko would be weight of empty PYC na lang pycnometer na to. Okay, it's 120 grams. Weight of PYC plus water is 171 grams. Weight of PYC plus UL, unknown liquid, ito is UL na lang, is 160 grams. Okay, ang required sa atin would be specific gravity equals unknown. So solution. Density of water, kung natin density of unknown liquid. Alright? So ano ang mass ni water over its volume? So sabi natin klase, pycnometer nga pala, volume is equal to 50 ml. Alright? So now class, what's the weight of water? Ang gagawin lang naman natin dyan is 171 grams minus 120 grams is equal to
51 grams.
Yun. Thank you. So that will give us 51 grams. Tapos weight of unknown liquid would be 160 minus 120, 40. 40 grams. Okay? So, ang weight ng water natin would be 51 grams divided by 50 ml. So, kunwari hindi natin na-maintain at 4 degrees Celsius to. Okay? So, 51 divided by 50, technically,
1.02 po.
yun, 1.02 gram per ml. Tapos, si unknown liquid naman, that's 40 grams divided by 50 ml. 0.8 grams per ml. So hence, specific gravity would simply be equal to 0.8 grams per ml divided by 1.02 per ml. So cancel. 1.02. Technically, ganun din naman to 0.78. 78, yun na yun. Muntik ko nang lagyan ng units. Okay? So pretty much as is lang din naman. Okay? Technically, class is also equivalent to 0.8 pa rin. Okay? So are we clear, class? So are we good? Okay, nangyari lang dito, kunwari lang naman, hindi natin na-maintain yung 4 degrees Celsius para sa water. Okay, so I had to measure a separate volume and mass for it. Okay, pero kung titignan nyo, class, halos pareho lang naman, di ba? 51 grams over 50 ml. Technically, it's almost the same. Right? So are we clear? Okay, let's have another problem here. Okay. Now this time, class, ayan. So we have here a specific gravity bottle weighs, or pycnometer nga pala, is just the same. Okay, specific gravity bottle or your pycnometer. Is ko muna to. Erase all. Okay. So it weighs 23.66 grams when filled with water. When filled with water, it weighs 72.95 grams. And when filled with another liquid, it weighs 73.56 grams. So what is the specific gravity of your liquid? Okay, of the liquid. So basically, class, ganun ulit. Right? So pretty much the same. Okay, so ano ulit ang given natin dito? Okay. Now this time, class, we're just given here weights. So ang bote natin is weight of bottle, 23.66 grams. Okay? Now, pinuno siya ng water. Weight of water plus bottle is equivalent to 72.95 grams. Okay? Weight of liquid plus bottle is equivalent to 73.56 grams. Okay, ang hanap ngayon dito is specific gravity. Kung manonotice nyo, class, wala tayong volume. Okay? Anyway, so maya yan. Asan na ba ako? Required is specific gravity equals unknown. Okay, so normally, class, when you look at this, okay, kung isipin natin, hala sir, paano ko isasolve yan? Wala naman akong volume. Okay, wala akong volume dyan, sir. Puro weight lang ang meron ako. Okay? Now, just so you know, class, there is another way kasi wherein we can compute for specific gravity using displaced weights. Okay? Yung, tawag ito? Yung difference lang sa mga weights nila. Right? And that is usually, class, used with the use of a displacement method. Pero sige, pakita ko muna kung paano ito i-compute. So normally, class, pag ganito na yan, sabi lang naman natin, or actually pwede naman natin gamitin dito would be, diba ang ating formula kanina, which is weight of the substance over weight of water that's of equal volume to the substance that we're looking for. So basically, class, kung kunin ko muna dito yung weight ng aking water. So minus 23.66. Para makuha ko yung mga weights nila. So 72.95 minus 23.66. And we get 49.29 grams. Okay. Since I'm using the same bottle lang naman, class, most likely, pareho naman siguro ang volume ng dalawang to, right? They're going to have the same volume. So 73.56 minus 23.66. And you get 49.9 grams. Now, class, remember, specific solution, sabi natin, specific gravity, pwede rin naman natin gamitin yung formula weight of substance, okay, over weight of water that is of equal volume, okay, to the substance. So obviously, class, ang weight ng substance ko would be 49.9 grams. Ang weight ng water ko, the same lang naman ang volume nung ano ito, would be 49.29 grams. So cancel. 49.9 divided by 49.29. We get a specific gravity of 1.01. Yan na naman ako, muntik na ako maglagay ng units. Alright? So are we clear? Nagets class kung ba natin na-compute? Very good. Okay. So basta tandaan nyo lang, class, yung prosesong yun. Okay? When we compute for specific gravity. Are we good? Nagets ba paano natin nakuha?
Yes
Okay.
po.
Okay.
Po.
So, okay. Ano ko lang, ulitin ko lang. So, class, sabi ko nga sa inyo, may dalawa tayong paraan para mag-compute ng specific gravity. So, sabi natin, yung isa would be density of substance over density of water, which is of course the easiest, right? Basta alam ko yung weight and volume ng substance ko, makuha ko na yung density niya. Kung whatever its density is, boom, meron na akong specific gravity. Okay? Pero class, kung halimbawa, wala tayong minention na volume whatsoever, okay? Gumamit ako ng isang bote, right? A specific gravity bottle like pycnometer. Okay, hindi ko na sinabi kung ilang ml yung bote ng pycnometer na yon. Right? Then therefore, class, I can just use simply the weight. Okay? Yung given weight na. Kaya sabi lang naman natin yan, class, weight of substance divided by the weight of water that is equal to the volume ng substance mo. Okay? Alright. So, yun lang naman ang ginawa natin dito. Are we good? Are we clear?
Yes.
Yes po.
Okay. Oops. All right, next one, class. Another method of computing for your specific gravity class would be the use of a plummet, what we call the plummet method. Okay. This one, class, uses the Archimedes principle. Sabi nga ni Archimedes, a body immersed in a liquid displaces an amount of liquid equal to its own volume and suffers an apparent loss in weight equal to the weight of the displaced liquid. Okay? So, displaced liquid. So, technically, class, we're just talking about displacements here. All right? Now, class, here's an example of a plummet device. Okay? That's used for measuring the specific gravity of certain liquids. Okay? Pero class, most often than not, ginagamit pa rin natin is pycnometer. Mas madali siyang gamitin eh. This one, class, requires a device. Okay? A device just to use this. Okay? So let me show you, class, here a sample problem. Okay, paano gumamit ng plummet method natin? So a glass plummet weighs 12.64 grams in air. Okay? It weighs 8.4 grams when immersed in water and 9.12 grams when immersed in oil. Calculate the specific gravity of the oil. Okay? Now, class, pag nag-compute tayo using the plummet, gamit ang plummet, okay? Ang gagawin lang natin dito, class, is we're just going to subtract the weight of the plummet, tapos, how much was displaced? Gano'ng karami yung displaced na fluids? Okay? Or how much yung total displacement na nangyari here? Okay, so let me, ito na ako magsusulat. Okay. So here, class, sabi natin, ang given natin, weight of plummet. Okay, ito si plummet, class. Ito yan. Okay, ito si plummet. Tapos ilalagay mo, isa-submerge mo yan, ito yung plummet o yan, ito parang yung parang maliit na ganun. Kita nyo ba? I'm so sorry. Here, this one. That's the plummet. Okay? So, i-weigh natin yan. So, class, ang weight niya, sabi dito sa ating problem is equal to, yung empty 12.64 grams. Okay. Ngayon, class, ang weight ng plummet in water is equivalent to 9.12 grams. Okay? Tapos, weight of plummet in oil, it was, 8.57, ano ba? 8.57 grams yung ating water, tapos 9.12 grams yung sa oil. Okay? So now, class, kukunin ko lang muna ang mga difference sa mga to. Ano bang actual weight nila without the plummet? Pero technically, pwede mo itong idiretso eh. Kahit wag mo nang i-subtract. Okay, pero again, gusto natin makuha yung displaced, total weight displaced eh. So therefore, required equals specific gravity, which is unknown. So solution natin, displaced weight for water, tapos displaced weight for oil. Okay? So 12.64 grams minus 8.57. Same thing here. 64 minus 9.12 grams. So how much ang na-display na weight ng motor? 12.64 minus 8.57. 4.07. That's naman 12.64 minus 9.12. 3.52. Alright? So therefore, class, pag nag-compute tayo ng specific gravity gamit yung plummet method, gagawin mo lang dyan is weight of substance divided by weight of water. Yung nag-displace. Okay? So therefore, 3.52 grams divided by 4.07 grams. 0.52 divided by 4.07. Ang lalabas would be 0.86 for our specific gravity. Okay? So are we good, class? Are we clear? All right. So that's how we compute for our specific gravity using plummet method naman. Okay? Basta kukunin mo lang, class, yung total displaced, yung weight na displaced. Okay? For both for water and the substance na kailangan mong gusto mong malaman ng specific gravity. Usually, class, ang application ito would be mostly for fluids. Okay? Now, yung specific gravity naman ng mga solids, kailangan natin dyan would be yung density of that solid divided by density of water. Idooks? Okay. Now, let's calculate the weight knowing the volume and specific gravity. So most often than not kasi, class, isa sa major application ng ating specific gravity is when we want to determine, say, for example, the weight of a substance, pero given ako ng volume niya. Okay? Sige, mas madali ito maintindihan, class, if we do it like this, if we have some sample problems. Okay? Halimbawa, what is the weight in grams of 3,620 ml of alcohol whose specific gravity is 0.820? Okay? Now, when it comes to this, class, automatic kasi naisipin natin, whatever the specific gravity is, yun na rin yung kanyang density. Are we clear? Okay, di ba? Ulit natin sinasabi to. Most of the time, whatever your specific gravity is, yun na rin yung density. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, class, a specific gravity of 0.820, excuse lang, erase all. Okay. A specific gravity of 8.820 is equivalent to 0.820 grams per ml. Okay? That's the same thing. That's what we consider. So therefore, ang given ko, specific gravity, which is equal to, okay, actually, kasi tinuturuan ko kayo paano maging tamad. Okay, shortcut na agad to. Huwag na tayo wala kang convert tayo. Alright, kasi para mabilis din naman, kasi ganoon din naman yun eh. Okay, 0.820 is equivalent to density, which is equivalent to 0.820 grams per ml. Kumbaga, automatic na yon. Right? So, tapos, ang given ko dito is volume, which is equal to 3,620 ml. Natandaan nyo nga pala, class, ha? Whatever your specific gravity is, pag gagamitin natin siya as density, automatic, ang units niyan is in gram per ml. Okay, matik yun, ha? Right? If we're given a specific gravity of 0.820, if we're going to use it as a density, it's going to be 0.820 grams per ml. All right? Always yan. Okay? So, yun. So, ang required natin is weight equals unknown. So, ang solution natin, balikan natin yung triangle natin. Actually, kung nakasanayan nyo na rin naman kasi, gagamitin na lang natin. Mass over volume. So, if I need mass, or yung weight, simply density times volume. So, my density would be 0.820 grams per ml times 3620 ml. Cancel, cancel. Ang kalalabasan would be 0 times 3620. 820, 3620, correct? It's gonna be 2,968.4 grams. So are we good? Easy? Easy, no? Easy, sir. Walang kaproblema-problema. Okay. Kasi mamaya class, we're going to make this a little complicated lang. Okay? Papasukan natin ng mga other stuff. Okay? So what about this one? What is the weight in grams of 2 fluid ounces of a liquid having a specific gravity of 1.118? So again, class, same thing ang gagawin natin. Pero this time, ano munang gagawin ko sa aking volume? What should I do with my volume here?
Going gram per
Convert.
ml.
Convert.
Very good. Very good. All right, thank you so much, guys. Okay, so we have to, of course, convert this to ml. Okay? So sabi nga natin, given. Okay. So ang volume natin is 2.0 fluid ounces. Okay, so convert muna natin to 2 ml. So sabi natin 1 fluid ounce is 29.57 ml. Okay, so 29.57 times 2. We have 59.14. Specific gravity is equivalent to 1.118. So sabi natin density is 1.118 grams per mole. Per ml, sorry. So ang required natin is weight or mass equals unknown. So solution natin, mass equals density times volume. 1.118 grams per ml times 59.14 ml. So cancel, cancel. Times 1.118. You get 66.12 grams. Okay. Are we clear, class? Okay. So easy, right? Easy pa. Okay. What about this one? Let's make it a little more technical. If 500 ml of mineral oil is used to prepare, oh my gosh, 3 o'clock na pala. Okay, okay lang. Okay, if 500 ml of mineral oil is used to prepare a liter of mineral oil emulsion, okay, how many grams of the oil having a specific gravity of 0.87 would be used in preparation of 1 gallon of the emulsion? So obviously, class, this time we will be doing a ratio and proportion thing. Okay? Pero this time, class, ang tanong is, how many grams? Okay? Grams ang tanong dito. Okay? Ang binigay sa atin kayo ng ratio is in ml. See this? 500 ml of oil is used to prepare 1 liter of mineral oil emulsion. So kumbaga that's 500 ml of mineral oil is to 1,000 ml of oil emulsion. Okay, or 1 liter of oil emulsion. So ang tanong dito is, how much mineral oil in grams should I use to prepare 1 gallon of the emulsion? Okay? So in this case, class, depende sa inyo kung paano yung i-approach to. Would you like to do conversions now or later na? Okay? So again, this one depends on your approach. In my case, class, ang gagawin ko dyan, umpisahan ko na yung aking conversion. Kasi kailangan ko lang naman dito is the weight of mineral oil in grams. Okay? So obviously, class, a 500, sulit natin given dito. Okay? So given natin, So, ang ating, how do you call this? Ratio. Ratio natin is 500 ml of mineral oil is to 1,000 ml of emulsion. Meaning, to create a 1,000 ml of emulsion, I need 500 ml of mineral oil. Okay? Pero dito pa lang, umpisan ko ng sumingit. Singit muna ako, baka makalimutan ko pa eh. Convert ko na to to, pangit. Blue na lang. Okay, 500 ml na to, convert ko na to into grams. And how do I do that? Since I already have specific gravity, which is equivalent to 0.87. So, ang sabi natin, class, it's the same as your density na. Grams per ml. So, ang 500 ml ko, gusto ko i-convert into weight. So, how do I do this? Sabi natin, mass equals density times volume. And that density is 0.87 grams per ml times 500 ml. And my mass would be 0.87 times 500. 435 grams. Correct? So 500 ml is equivalent to 435 grams. Okay? Oops. So yan na yan. Okay. So now class, ang kailangan ko raw is, ang tanong dito is, how much of the mineral oil do I need to create 1 gallon of an emulsion? Okay? So now class, I need 1 gallon of emulsion. 1 gallon of emulsion. Now, since ang given ko ito class is in ml, obviously, I need to convert my 1 gallon into ml. And 1 gallon is equivalent to how many ml? 3785, tama ba ako? Okay, let me check. tama ako eh. So sabi natin class, 1 gallon of emulsion is equivalent to 3,785 ml. Correct? Okay. So diretso ko na siya dyan. So therefore class, ang magiging solution ko dito will just simply be like this. There is 435 grams of mineral oil, okay, in 1,000 ml of emulsion. Okay, of emulsion. So therefore, X, how many grams of mineral oil do I need to make 3,785 ml of the emulsion? Nagets ba class yung proportionality natin? Okay, how I was able to arrive to this? Kasi class, ang given ko ngayon sa problem ko is, if 500 ml of mineral oil is used to prepare 1 liter, okay, ang tanong dito is, how much of the mineral oil should therefore I use if I want to prepare 1 gallon of the emulsion? Ay, sorry, familiar ba kayo sa emulsion? You're not familiar? Nakita nyo na ba ang Scott's emulsion? Nakita na kayo ng mayonnaise? Okay, mayonnaise class is an example of an emulsion. An emulsion class is a combination of oil and liquid, oil and water. Okay? Di ba sabi natin, technically speaking, di ba sir, pag pinaghalo mo ang tubig at langis, di ba? Tubig at langis pag pinaghalo, hindi pa rin tatamis. Okay? Familiar ba kayo sa kantang 'yan? Alright, never mind. Tanungin niyo mga magulang yun, baka alam yun. Tubig at langis, pag pinaghalo, hindi pa rin tatamis. Okay? Di ba sabi natin, class, it's technically impossible to combine water and oil, right? Not unless, class, you add a third agent, an emulsifying agent, which allows you to create an emulsion. An emulsion class is a homogeneous. When I say homogeneous, ibig sabihin, equal ang distribution. A homogeneous mixture of oil and water. So for the first time, class, kaya pala natin gumawa ng combination ng oil and water. And therefore, we get an emulsion. So are we clear? Very good. Okay, so class, yung mayonnaise nyo, that's a combination of egg and oil. It's egg, oil, plus, pwede mo lagyan ng water yan eh. Yung gusto mong palabnawin ng konti. Pero class, ang ginagawa natin emulsifying agent dyan would be the egg. Okay, yung albumin ng egg natin ng emulsifying agent. So anyway, class, yun. So ang oil-based na gagawin ko, ang emulsion na gagawin ko is made up of mineral oil. So 500 ml of mineral oil to prepare 1 liter of the emulsion. Okay? So therefore, kasi kailangan ko ang weight dito. So I have to convert it into grams. Kaya ang ginawa ko dito, umpisa pa lang, before I even started class, I already converted it into grams. Okay, I already converted it into its weight. So para mabilis na ako pag nag-ratio proportion ako. So 435 mineral oil is to 1,000 ml of emulsion. Then X grams of mineral oil is to 3,785. And therefore, class X is equal to 3,785 times 435 divided by 1,000. Okay, very good. We have 1,646.48 grams. So are we clear? Very good. Okay, nagets ba class kung paano natin ginamit ito? Paano natin nagamit ang ating specific gravity class to compute for such problems? Okay? Kaya dito talaga class papasok ang skills nyo sa ratio and proportion. Kaya nga lagi namin sinasabi, basta class, kung pumasa ka man, kung may makalimutan ka man sa farm cal, wag na wag mong kakalimutan na ratio and proportion. Kasi apakarami ito class application sa atin sa pharmacy. Okay? Di bali naman kung makalimutan nyo paano mag-convert ng mga units. Okay lang yan. Meron namang pang-convert sa internet eh. Okay? Basta alam nyo paano gamitin yan. Pero wag na wag nyo kakalimutan yung paano mag-ratio and proportion. Okay? Okay. So here naman class, calculating volume knowing the weight of a specific gravity. So class, similar to what we just did, pero this time, ano hahanapin ko? Volume naman. So same banana class. Just the same thing. So halimbawa, ito. Ang sabi dito is, what is the volume in ml of a 492 grams of nitric acid with specific gravity of 1.4? Okay? So I won't elaborate too much on this class kasi feeling ko, alam niyo nang gagawin dito. Okay, pero sige, bigyan ko lang kayo ng isang example. Okay? Pero hindi na ako masyado mag-elaborate pa sa iba. So here class again, given natin, is mass or the weight, which is 492 grams. Okay, specific gravity of 1.4. Sabi natin, density yan, 1.4 gram per ml na yan. Matik na yun. Okay? So, tapos ang requirement dito is was unknown. So, therefore, sabi lang naman dyan, volume is equal to mass over density. Okay? Hindi ko na pakita paano ito kinonvert ha. I think alam nyo na rin naman how we got this. So, balikan natin yung pyramid natin kanina. Pyramid. Density equals to mass over volume. So, if you want to get volume, that's mass over density. So, mass natin is 492 grams divided by 1.4 gram per ml. Cancel. 492. That will give you
351.
Very good. You get 351.43 ml. So we're good? Dali, right? Easy. So class, pretty much the same thing lang naman to. Okay? Let me answer this one, class. Okay, let's try this one. Okay. If 50 glycerin suppositories, ito, mag-ratio and proportion ulit tayo. Okay, just like what we did a while ago. Okay, if 50 glycerin suppositories are made in the following formula, which is this one, ito, glycerin 91 grams, sodium stearate 9 grams, tas purified, silalim yan. Okay, purified water, QS add, Okay, glycerin is 91 grams. Sodium stearate is 9 grams as purified water, 5 grams. Okay, so using this formula daw, you can create 50 glycerin suppositories out of this proportion, out of this formulation. So, okay, are made of the following formula. How many ml of glycerin having a specific gravity of 1.25 would be used in the preparation of 96 suppositories? So let me explain this class ulit. Right? So try ko kung kaya naman. Okay. Ang formula na ito is enough daw to make 50 suppositories. Okay, meaning 91 grams of glycerin, 9 grams of sodium stearate, plus 5 grams of purified water will be able to make 50 suppositories. Okay? Ang question dito, class, is how much daw in ml of glycerin is needed to make 96 suppositories? So basically, class, ang aking proportionality here would simply be 91 grams of glycerin is to 50 suppositories. Therefore, ilang grams daw ng suppositories ang kailangan, ilang grams ng glycerin daw ang gagamitin ko to make 96 suppositories. Okay, grams muna, i-grams muna natin para hindi kayo malito. Kasi kayo na, diniretso ko agad, convert eh. Tama? Nag-convert agad ko kanina. Pero ngayon, sige, dahan-dahanin natin siya. Alright? So let's make this palatable. Right? So therefore, x would be equal to, habang di nagloloko yung pen natin. So 96 times 91 divided by 50. That will give me 174.72 grams. Okay? Of glycerin. Are we good? Nagets ba, class? Tayo. Okay, yun. So, 174. Sorry babalik na lang ako dun sa ano. Oops! Keep muna. Okay, so dito tayo. So sabi natin, x equals 174.72 grams of glycerin. Eh di ba ang required natin, it should be in ml. Okay? So dahil meron naman tayong given na specific gravity, which is equivalent to 1.25, again, density niyan would be 1.25 grams per ml. So convert natin ito into ml. So therefore, sabi natin, volume is equivalent to mass over density. So that's 174.72 grams divided by 1.25, gram per ml. Ang kalalabasan niyan would be, yes, 100.
39.
139.78 ml. So are we clear? Are we good? Okay. Are we good? Nagets? Okay. Class, so yun na sa glycerin. Now actually, class, we can compute for the entire preparation here. Pero wag natin hanapin yung ml nila. As is in grams lang. So how do I compute for this? Halimbawa, sodium stearate. Gaano karami sodium stearate ang gagamitin ko? So therefore, kasi magiging proportionality ko lang dyan would be, okay, hindi ito sa specific gravity, ibang topic na to. Pero class, pwede ko kasing i-compute para sa lahat to. Kasi ang total nito would be 50 suppositories, right? So obviously, alam ko na ang glycerin ko, kailangan ko is 174.72 grams of glycerin. Now, glycerin, class, comes in the form of liquid. Liquid yan. So obviously, pwede akong gumamit ng graduated cylinder provided I know the density, which is 1.25 nga. Okay? Okay, so sodium stearate, halimbawa, ano lang proportionality ko dyan? 9 grams is to 50 suppositories. Then X is to 96 suppositories. And same goes with purified water. 5 grams is to 50 suppositories. Then X is to 96 suppositories. Then you can compute for this na. Para ma-adjust natin yung formula natin to make 96 suppositories. So, nagets ba? Right? Okay. Tapusin ko na ito, class. Konting kembot na lang to. Wala namang solving dito eh. Okay, before we have a break. Okay. So, class, some special considerations. Usual ang application class ng ating specific gravity would of course be in a conversion of a substance from its weight to volume and vice versa. So, yun isa sa mga practical application ng specific gravity. So, you might be wondering, sir, para saan pa ba yung specific gravity na yan? Okay, well, ang main use talaga niyan, class, is how we can convert some of our substances from weight to its volume counterpart and vice versa. So, kailangan dyan will always be a specific gravity or density. Pero syempre, mas gamit ang specific gravity kasi, I guess yun na yun, right? Kasi automatic, gram per ml agad yun pag kinonvert siya to density. And so on and so forth. So, automated pharmaceutical equivalents in the preparation of total parental nutrition admixtures. Oftentimes, class, gumagamit tayo dito ng specific gravity to convert these amounts, like dextrose, amino acids, and water. Usually kasi, class, in milligrams to, i-order ng doktor. I need 10 milligrams of dextrose, 5 milligrams of amino acids. Class, ang preparation na meron nito sa butika natin is in ml. Volumes ang given dito. So, you need to know how to convert it into its volume counterpart. Okay? Para mapag-prepare tayo. So, what else? What about yung, sa urinalysis? Nakapagpa-urinalysis na ba kayo? Ever tried? No? Okay. Isa kasi, class, sa mga hinihingi or kinukuha lagi sa urinalysis is the specific gravity of your urine. Obviously, class, ang ginagamit natin dito would often be pycnometer. Okay, uwi lang natin yung pycnometer, tapos yung volume nun, so constant naman, and so on and so forth. Now, class, the normal specific gravity of urine is between 1.01 to 1.025. Yan yung normal na specific gravity ng urine. Now, what if ang aking specific gravity ng urine ko is 0.8? Kunwari. Okay, 0.8. Sulat na natin para makapansin ninyo. Okay? So, kunwari, class, ang specific gravity ng urine ko is 0.8. Obviously, class, it's less than 1.01, correct? So, anong indication nun? Well, maraming bagay. Okay? Pwede, class, my urine is overly diluted. Okay? Which could indicate some of the following problems. Pwede meron akong diabetes insipidus. Diabetes insipidus, class, is a type of diabetes na walang kinalaman sa glucose mo. Ang problem dito, class, is you don't have what we call the antidiuretic hormone or what we call the vasopressin. Okay? Vasopressin. Antidiuretic hormone. So, mababa ang iyong antidiuretic hormone pag meron kang diabetes insipidus. Again, diabetes insipidus, class, walang kinalaman sa sugar. Okay? It talks more about your antidiuretic hormone. Okay? Ang nangyayari kasi dito, kasi kung may diabetes insipidus ka, ihi ka ng ihi. Right? So, what happens to your urine? It's overly diluted. Hindi siya nagko-concentrate. So, kapag ang specific gravity class ng urine mo is less than 1.01, then that could indicate you have diabetes insipidus, renal disease, okay, masyadong maraming ininom na tubig, or masyadong marami ang iyong IV fluids. Okay, so nadadilute yung urine mo. Pero kung masyado namang mataas, kunwari 2, ang specific gravity, which is greater than 1.025, it could be an indication that your urine is concentrated, highly concentrated. Okay, so that means you have excess waste products, pwedeng masyadong mataas ang glucose mo. Ito naman, dito na ngayon papasok si diabetes mellitus. Okay? Pwedeng may protein, excessive water loss, or there is decrease in water intake. Or nagde-dehydrate ka. Right? So, a while ago, class, we were talking about specific gravity. Okay, sabi nga natin, specific gravity doesn't have a unit. Now, this time naman, class, let's talk about specific volume. So, specific volume, class, is simply an abstract number representing the ratio expressed decimally of the volume of a substance of an equal weight of another substance taken as standard, both having the same temperature. Now, usually, class, is just a comparison of volumes of equal weights, right? So basically, class, para hindi lang natin makalimutan kung paano ba mag-compute ng specific volume, it's simply, class, the reciprocal of density. Okay? What do we mean by this? Alright? So normally, class, ang specific volume kasi is just the opposite of density. So kung ang density is mass over volume, okay? So sabi natin, density is simply mass over volume. Okay? Specific volume, on the other hand, class, is simply volume over mass. Okay? It's as simple as that. So normally, class, ginagamit natin yung specific volume for gases. Okay? Usually, your comparisons between gases, wherein we try to maintain, class, both pressure and temperature at the same time. Okay? So kumbaga na may maintain natin yung pressure at saka temperature doon. Kailangan i-maintain. Right? Pero again, class, specific volume is just simply the reciprocal of your density. Okay? And simply computed using volume of your substance divided by the mass. Okay? So standard unit, class, could be either cubic meters per kilogram. Okay? But other units could also be cubic feet per pound, cubic feet per slug, or ml per gram. Now, of course, class, USP-wise, okay, based on our standards, ito naman ang ginagamit natin. ml per gram. Very good. Okay, it's as simple as that, class. It's simply the reciprocal of your density. Okay, so halimbawa, ito. Calculate the specific volume of syrup 91 ml, of which weighs 107.16 grams. So specific volume lang natin, class, is simply volume divided by mass. So 91 ml divided by 107.16 grams is equivalent to 91 divided by 107.16. Then we get 0.85 ml per gram. Okay? Easy, right? Madali lang naman siya. So what about this one? Okay, dito na nga lang tayo sulat. So again, we have here 73.42 grams of a liquid measures 81.5 ml. What's the specific volume? So again, class, that's just simply volume over mass. So that's 81.5 ml divided by 73.42 grams. And that would give you an answer of 81.5 divided by 73.42, 1.11. 1.11, very good. ml per gram. Very good. Okay. So some things, class, that we need to take note of. Right? You can actually, class, determine the specific volume of a substance simply by dividing one by its specific gravity and vice versa. Okay, so halimbawa, class, binigyan kayo ng specific gravity. Tapos ang tanong is, compute for specific volume. Right? For you to do that, class, is just simply dividing 1 by the specific gravity. So kumbaga, class, if you want specific volume, that's just 1 divided by specific gravity. Or, if you want specific gravity, that's just 1 divided by your specific volume. Okay? So, ito nga natin specific volume. Okay? 1 divided by specific volume. If you want to get for specific gravity, or if you want to get for specific volume, that's 1 divided by specific gravity. Like, say, for example, what is the specific volume of phosphoric acid having a specific gravity of 1.71? So to do that, class, that's just simply, okay, hiwalay natin to, ha. So kukunin natin ang specific volume, that's just 1 divided by specific gravity. So that's 1 divided by 1.71, and we get
0.58.
yun. Thank you so much. That would give us 0.58. Okay? Or, it's na nga pinakalas. Okay, if a liquid has a specific volume of 1.36, what is the specific gravity? Again, that's just 1 divided by 1.396. We get an answer of 0.7.
72.
Yes, 0.72. Very good. So are we clear? Ang dali lang, di ba? Mag-convert ng specific gravity to specific volume and vice versa. Okay? Pero again, class, in terms of practicality, okay, lalo sa PharmCal, okay, or sa practice natin as a pharmacist class, it's more of specific gravity ang kailangan natin. Specific volume, on the other hand, class, mas malaki ang application nito pag nag-start na tayong pag nag-start na kayo mag-physical pharmacy. Okay, wherein we start to relate specific volume to the gas laws. Okay, familiar pa kayo, Gay-Lussac's law, Charles' law, Boyle's law. Naalala niyo po ba yung mga yon? Gas laws? Sa chemistry kasi yun eh. So class, lalagyan mo ng computation yung mga yon. Right? Doon na nga yung papasok sa specific volume. Right? Pero for now, again, ang focus natin for now would be more on specific gravity. Okay? And density in relation to that.